You cannot have a scenario where a player is bigger than the club. Mbappe is bigger than PSG. Can you bench a guy who is a part owner of the team? We knew we were going to get here. Is it any surprise that this is where we are right now? So, beef has happened. And I said to guys and I said to PSG fans that, Mbappe FC is going to be a problem. Because I told you, see, there are two players. The prodigy is the future of football. The prodigy is the World Cup winner. The prodigy is that guy that guided Monaco to the semis. Donatello is the guy who has too large of an ego and has too much power for the kind of age he's right now. That's Donatello. Now, I am a full-on supporter of the prodigy. I'm not the biggest fan of Donatello. And what you're seeing here is a little bit between Neymar and Donatello. Now, the rumors that apparently your boy Mbappe had some personal issues and so forth. But I think what I just think is really interesting is Neymar's response. So, because people said to me, DM, I looked at it on Twitter. So Neymar liked a post that talks about how they want Mbappe to be the designated penalty taker and how Mbappe pretty much owns this team and how he pretty much what he says goes. And Neymar likes that post. And I was like, this is working completely like clockwork. Completely like clockwork, because obviously Mbappe missed the penalty. He wanted to take the other one, and Neymar was like, no, I want to take this one. So this is why for Galiter, doing tactics, strategy, player acquisition, that is only one part. Probably one of the most difficult parts is, can you handle all these egos? Because you have three huge egos, three huge personalities, and three superstar world-class players in your team. And you have to find a way to manage all of them together, which is why I said that the way that PSG can succeed and has to succeed, it has to be with all three. But all three have to be together as one. So they can either be friends or they can do the business on the pitch footballing-wise. Because what's it called? Teddy Sheringham and Andy Cole, they hated each other, but they were able to do the job on the football field. So look, man, because it's very interesting now. Neymar and Messi, they are playing at a super high level because they know how important this year is. So they know that it is super important to go into that World Cup, go into Qatar, go into November, playing at a very high level. Mbappe, he already has his World Cup. Neymar and Messi, they need that World Cup. So for Neymar, we know that he's that freaking dude. And when Neymar is best, he's the best player in the world. Let's just put it real. We've insulted him, but when Neymar is at his best, he is the best player in the world, bar none. The issue is we don't always get to see Neymar as the best player in the world and playing at the very best and at the full and optimum, man. So, because how does Galtier handle this? If Mbappe is having a disaster class or Mbappe is not playing well or Mbappe is messing with the flow of the game, does he bench him? How do you bench him? You see, because that is a very interesting conundrum. It is Mbappe FC. PSG pretty much gave everything to Mbappe, saying, you are the owner of this team. Cool. What if there's a scenario, a footballing scenario where Mbappe isn't playing well? He's actually being detrimental to the team. And it would actually help the team if he was actually to come up for someone else to help with the balance of the team to win the game. What do you now do? So for PSG, what do you want? Do you want to win all the trophies, specifically the UCL? Or Mbappe must always play? You see, you can't have both. You can't be like, no, Mbappe must always play and we want to win the UCL. It's either or. Either Mbappe must always play, which means that you could have a scenario where he's playing, he's not doing so well, and it messes up with Neymar and Messi's flow, and you'll actually be detrimental to winning that UCL. Or win the UCL at all costs, do what you want. Okay, there's a scenario where Mbappe has to come off. And how will Mbappe react to that? So, and you see, that's why I always say that you need a Zidane or a Mourinho. Because a Zidane or Mourinho will be like, I ain't having any of that nonsense here. What I say goes, what I say. Because the Zid, no one argues with the Zid. Nobody argues with the freaking Zid because what he says goes. His word is golden. His word is bound, bro. His word is bound. It's a real, because I still feel you need all three. But if there is a scenario where the team plays better and operates better without Mbappe, and there is a greater understanding and a greater structure when Neymar and Messi are about, that'll be an interesting conundrum. Now, I believe Mbappe will get better. It's only one game, and we know how good Mbappe is. We know how talented he is. I know that if all three can combine, they will be unstoppable. If all three combine, Mbappe, Neymar, and Messi, there is no team that can stop them. Nobody can stop them. But just as an interesting conundrum, if you do have a scenario where Mbappe's ego is huge, he isn't really flowing well with the team, and he knows the power he wields, what does a Galtier do? See, that's what you were not thinking. You've given Mbappe everything. You've said that to you're the king. You brought the freaking president to try to convince him to stay cool. But what if he isn't playing well? Now what? So can you bench a guy who is a part owner of the team? Because that's what Neymar likes. Can you bench a guy who is part owner of the team? Even though he's been detrimental to the team. Bottom line is, the manager should always have final say, no matter what. And you cannot have a scenario where a player is bigger than the club. Mbappe is bigger than PSG. And that's the problem. Let's go about it tonight. Peace out.